Are you on the record saying you want Fenway Park out?
Hashtag Fenway out.
That's true.
I think we should do like angry old man
Hello and
baseball.
welcome to Talkin'
We're
Baseball.
Hey.
Hey, you talked through the intro.
Yeah, I didn't. You just said to keep talking through the intro.
And here we are. Trea Turner to the Phillies.
Wow.
Live at winter meetings with Cespedes Family BBQ.
What's our BBQ? Do we have a BBQ?
Jake sucks.
Time to come up with one.
Is he playing in the WBC?
If he's not hurt, he got hurt playing in a Winter League game recently. Hopefully he's not done playing baseball.
Cespedes?
Yeah. He's still
That
not
guy.
drinking water.
Yeah.
Remember
not
that
enough
story?
water.
Remember that story? There's like, Yoenis doesn't like water.
Let me tell you.
Welcome to San Diego. Trea Turner just signed. It's a buzz.
He did.
We got Jordan and Jake from Cespedes Family BBQ.
Jake.
And
Jimmy
you.
Jordan, Jake, Jake. Jimmy
The
Jordan, Jake, Jake.
4 J's.
Rolling Jays.
Hello.
Getting high.
Come on.
Gentlemen, we sat in this exact
Yeah.
Yes, in 2019.
square footage, whatever.
Was it the same
3 years
setup?
ago. It wasn't. It was definitely this corner
Yeah,
of
but like
this
we're
lobby.
re-sitting in this order. I'll pull it up.
Probably.
What's changed?
Walk us through your last 3 years.
Well, sure. I am on SSRIs now, which I highly recommend
There you go.
Right.
Great place
to
to start.
everyone. Really nice.
Nice.
Jordan's engaged.
I'm engaged. That's true. You had a baby since then, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy?
Hey, you know what? We were sitting in the same exact.
Well, yeah, you got a Jake.
So it was the same thing. It was Jimmy Jordan, Jake, Jake.
The last
Yeah.
time we talked, I think you guys
Oh,
were
yeah.
working from home, and we had an office. And now you have an office, and we work from home.
Yeah.
Oh man, that we look so innocent. Look, you can tell on my face that there's a pandemic coming.
Yes.
Actually,
Yes.
you can see there. I'm a little worried. Like, oh,
Our table
like,
was messy.
We're talking about like Garrett Cole as if that mattered.
Let's
I'm engaged too, man. So chill out.
let's
All
do
right,
a
sick,
tight.
bro.
Let's do some
All right.
tight Trea Turner talk, and then we can let
I like that. I like that.
let it go a little.
Highest
off the
paid
rails.
player ever from NC State.
Okay,
Until
that's not really my
Carlos
headline.
signs
Right
10
on.
minutes. Yeah.
11 years, $300 million,
which is
a lot of money.
Yeah.
Fill in the blank. What are we going to say?
Quick muffs.
27.27 repeating.
No way.
Okay.
Is he going to get number 27? Do we have that update yet?
He's getting 20.
This was
No,
the-
they're saving that for Trout.
I like Trea
Smart.
Turner.
Smart.
I always root for guys to stay on the same team. Like I want Judge to return. I wanted Freddie to stay, but he already got traded, so now he can go anywhere new. This is the best fit in my opinion.
Easy.
Like when as soon as it became a thing, it was like, oh, the Phillies are going to get. I was like, oh, Trea Turner has to go to the Phillies.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
You guys are with the Mad Dog now. Is Turner underrated or overrated?
He's rated perfectly. He's
All
the
right.
only guy rated correctly.
Only guy in baseball.
He is the one player. We know exactly how good he is. There is no debate about that. I agree with you, though. Although it's weird because sometimes, like, remember last year, I was like, oh, Correa's just going to be on the Tigers. And we just said that the whole winter until he wasn't. And then
Yeah.
Javi Baez was there, and he was a lot worse.
So I spent the entirety of my October following the Phillies around.
Okay.
I was in that clubhouse every day, writing about the Phillies every day. They were, and I mean this in a nice way, one of the weirdest groups of people I've ever been around in baseball, in the best way.
I like that.
And Trea Turner is not that much of a weirdo, but he fits into the culture of this team perfectly.
Well, he's the cool kid that hangs out with the weirdos.
perfectly. He's
You
going
know,
to be
like when they
that.
go to the bar, they send Trey, and he's like all innocent and young
Correct.
looking. And then Brandon Marsh comes in with his wet hair,
Right.
and then but you can't lead Marsh's wet hair into
But
the
Trey's
bar.
cool with everyone.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
bouncing between every group.
And obviously he played with Bryce in D.C., and they were very close.
Played with Schwarber.
Played with Schwarber.
I think Kevin Long was his hitting coach in D.C., and he liked him a lot, so there was that connection.
Yeah. The one thing I want to ask you guys about in regards to this deal,
Right.
what jumps out to you is the 11 years. 11 years.
Yeah.
How old is he?
29, I believe. 11
30.
years.
29.4.
Do you think John Hamm gets a cut?
Oh, my God. And John Hamm, I know he said afterwards, he's like, yeah, I just hope he signs with the Cardinals. It's like, well, unfortunately, that's not going to be happening. Now he's probably going to be playing against you again in the postseason.
So, again, 11 years.
Right.
They will have 39-year-old
Yeah.
Trea Turner on their team. And I am most interested because it's an owner saying, if this is what we need to do to get this deal done,
Yeah. Of
course.
screw it. Who cares what the 2035 Phillies look like?
Right.
It doesn't matter. Or that math doesn't work. Well, who cares what the 2031 Phillies look like? Like, let's get Trea Turner for the next 3 years and try and win a World Series.
I mean, is the
what position is he playing
Shortstop.
He'll
at
just be short.
36
then?
years
Yeah,
old?
who knows?
Second?
Couch.
So,
I mean, he's
The
not.
cutways.
He's not.
The other thing.
Don't be rude.
No, they happily shake hands and like he's moved on and he's doing stuff with Jomboy Media.
Well, I would say
an interesting
manifest
selection.
that.
He's playing Blitzball in the warehouse,
Playing Blitzball in the warehouse. We should start buying out contracts.
That's a great idea.
Do you guys just have a list of big leaguers? It's just like, what year could we get this guy in the warehouse realistically?
That literally happened with Pat McAfee, by the way.
Yeah.
That's literally exactly what happened.
With Turner, like to your point, I'm not worried about that long. The other thing is like 20. What is he's making? 27 million, maybe.
Yeah.
That number
in 10 years.
That number will not look very big in 8 years. In the same way,
dude. That was the thing I was doing today. Because like I remember when 20 million was like you're a superstar.
Yes. Now it's not.
Now it's 43.
Right.
Now you're like Kyle Gibson.
At the same time, no, it's not. It's not
Love you,
going.
Gibby.
It's not going up quite as fast as in the NBA, where now we're just handing out like $55 million contracts, which deserve it. I have no problem with that. But like I'm still processing that too. But at the same time, thinking about that long down the road, the thing with Turner, think about is right. Like, how long will he be one of the 5 fastest players in baseball? He has never had a year where he's been below 99th percentile sprint speed at any point in his career.
Yeah.
But
it's not his only game, which is.
Yeah, no, of course.
He's not
just
for
a speed.
power.
Yeah,
He's
no,
got an arm.
He can do all those things. I would say offensively, it's not even the speed that I'm worried about because I think he will still be one of the fastest players for at least the next 3-4 years. But he was sorry to get too like actually real analysis here, but he was chasing like crazy in the second half. He was not great in the second half for the Dodgers. That's where you start to see the offensive profiles start to fall a little bit closer towards, ironically, Dansby Swanson in a weird way. Now he has way better contact skills, obviously, but approach-wise, swinging like crazy, chasing more stuff, he was showing more of that recently. That'd be a minor concern, but he's awesome. I mean, he's going to be great, and also just compared to all the other hulking, slow, unathletic people on the Phillies.
Yeah.
Lovely addition.
He's going to look great.
Lovely addition.
I think this deal is a great example of why Dave Dombrowski is good at his job. Being a general manager requires a lot of different skill sets, right? You got to build build a farm system. You got to make good trades, whatever. I think the most important thing a GM can do is whisper to an owner and convince an owner to spend money.
You don't hire Dombro if you don't plan on spending money.
Bingo. And that's the thing. Like, Dombrowski's shown an ability wherever he's gone to like get really close.
I saw Dombrowski in the lobby the other night.
Yeah.
Post-workout with a towel over his shoulder.
Dude,
he looked presidential.
He is throwback.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
He looks
throwback.
like he has a cup of gin when he like talks in his office.
He doesn't like us because we're too short and stocky.
No, I think he might like us for that reason.
Well, he doesn't view us as like equals.
Well, someone look
Like
at his
we're-
scouting
Should-
team. I mean, pull up his guys. I think you'd know.
Okay.
He might
You're not
need to
his
be
type.
he might need to be the tallest.
What do you want me to Google? Dave
Oh.
Dombrowski's
yeah.
posse?
Yeah. Yes. He might.
I saw them live.
He might need to be the tallest, thinnest. But he's got a presidential.
He's
look
got a
with the
good
gray.
resting face.
He does, and there are very few people I've ever met who smell more of aftershave than Dave Dombrowski.
Okay.
And Dave Dombrowski would look fantastic in his Muggsy jeans. Do you guys
I'm
know
wearing-
about
what a
Muggsy?
frickin' pro.
I'm wearing Muggsy jeans.
I'm wearing Muggsy jeans.
So
Don't tell anyone. I got a giant hole in my crotch.
I'll say this: is that a feature or a bug?
Do these stretch? Pull
It's
on
a
those. Do
feature.
those stretch?
It's a feature at this point.
A little, yeah. Wow,
I will
more than I
say-
thought.
Those
will
got a
say-
little stretch to them, huh?
I'll just be part of your ad read. I had never heard of Muggsy until you guys started yelling at me about them in my headphones.
So
And now you've piqued my interest. I haven't purchased yet, but
it's
you've
kind
got
of
me
a-
interested.
it's
They
a-
are.
It's our favorite
It's a real thing.
partner story because Jimmy was like, I love Muggsy jeans. The Muggsy jeans guy kind of called BS and brought up like everyone who bought Muggsy's.
Our sales team was like, Jimmy really likes your jeans and we'd love to work with you. And he was like, yeah, sure, okay. And then he brought up my order history, and he was like, oh shit, Jimmy really does like.
we
Muggsy
actually
jeans.
looked it up. He was not bullshitting.
So
Yeah.
one time, sorry to say another pant brand, but about 6.
Wait, before we get there, promo code Jomboy, 10% off. Go get yourself some Muggsy jeans at Muggsy.com. Code Jomboy, 10% off. Comfy and sexy.
As soon as
like
he's
me.
about to say this brand, just
We'll just bleep
hit our
it.
yeah.
When we were working at MLB, they were like, "Hey, when we were working at MLB, they were like, hey, we want you to do an ad for this for Old Navy." Where you wear these jeans and run around baseball stadiums. And in return, Old Navy, gave us 6 pairs of jeans, and I have not bought a new pair of pants since 2018 as a result. And I think it might be time for me to get a new pair of pants, and where better to go
than Muggsy.
Than Muggsy jeans.
Code Jomboy.
Yes. You know who would never wear Muggsy jeans, though, is Dave Dombrowski. Ooh. He doesn't seem like he wears jeans.
He likes being
too
stiff.
long.
He likes being stiff.
He likes being rigid.
He wears a suit all the time.
He hates how stretchy the pants are.
He just feels like pajamas. I can't get any work done.
He wants them to be starchy. That's
true. What's the deal with the NL East?
What is the deal with the NL East, Jay?
Right?
Ooh, okay. And what do you mean by that?
Did the Phillies just get officially better than the Mets on paper?
Interesting.
DraftKings have them better than the Mets.
Did you see what the Mets did before, like 20 minutes before Trey Turner?
I did, but that's 2 of 5.
Yeah.
Turners every day.
Yeah, that's true.
Hopefully.
Did they get officially? I mean, right now, I just know there's more Mets moves coming. So,
because Jimmy, here's the thing: Bryce Harper's not going to play until June or July.
Yeah, this whole Bryce
is he not even
thing.
DHing until then?
Yes, I don't think so because he can't even. Yeah, they're like not actually letting him on the field until then. So
well, that doesn't matter.
So also,
I think it matters also, like a little, maybe a little bit.
Also,
he didn't play.
Jimmy,
this year.
Who won the division? The Braves.
Yeah.
Oh, the Braves are the best.
They're
going
to trade for. They're going to trade for Sean Murphy.
I was going to say,
like
no,
that's going to be the next piece of news.
No.
The Mets did something. The Phillies did something.
The Braves will do something, but
we're not going to hear a thing. The Braves are going to tweet out their press release.
No,
Sean Murphy for Contreras.
Yeah. The Braves are not going to do anything at all.
I think
they did
they
everything.
Love to do stuff.
Yeah, they do love to.
They sneaky love to do stuff.
I think they'll do stuff. I think Murphy.
I think the shortstop market's going to go quick because I think that there were teams waiting for one of them to go and set the market, and now their options get more limited, so it's easier to make a decision.
You know what Lil Wayne said? Real G's move in silence like Anthopoulos.
Right?
Yeah.
They really do, though. How do they still get it? They still get it past everyone.
I could tell you how. No one in the front office really knows a whole lot besides like Anthopoulos and like 2 other people. And so nothing ever leaks out from the bottom.
It's working.
That's pretty awesome.
So you can't be too mad about it.
Hey, what do you think about GM Jim Crane, by the way?
Fire it up, man. I mean, dude, if I owned a team,
you play fantasy baseball with the team.
After I've seen it enough, I'd be like, well, fuck it. Let's roll it out there. We just won a couple World Series.
I like that he immediately
broke
the union protocol. Immediately, he said, Verlander's looking for Scherzer money, and the whole thing says, don't say the sentence.
He's like,
X player is looking for X player, and he was right away.
He just didn't read the pamphlet.
Yeah.
No. It's like,
no
if
warnings.
you're going to then be, I mean, I'm fascinated. Is he the one here representing the team? Are we going to see Jeff Bagwell's goatee strolling around?
They're not doing anything.
Yeah.
They got Abreu.
They don't need to.
And
they don't need to. But they're meeting with Contreras.
I think they're going to get Contreras.
Yeah, Contreras. They still need to catch it. It seems like they're ready to move on from Maldonado.
That would be their.
Yeah,
he can play
okay.
And maybe an outfielder, too.
Little corner.
But he doesn't need to come here to do that.
No, but that's
they
the thing.
said they're in on Benintendi.
Teach him how to play first, too.
I agree. He doesn't need
to
come here, but then who's here? Because which is hilarious.
The thing about Contreras there is smallest left field.
Right.
If they're going to also
except for
play him out
Fenway.
there.
So if they can sneak him and put him in left, get Alvarez off his feet, which are big.
Big feet.
That
Large feet.
You know what they say about big feet? Lots of home runs.
Big home runs.
Dansby going to go back to the Braves?
No,
they would have just done it already, right?
Yeah.
Can we talk shortstops?
He reeks his Cubs.
Or can we talk Judge?
Let's talk shortstops.
What about if Xander doesn't come back? Would the
If
he doesn't go to the Reds, would they go get Dansby?
I think the Red Sox and Xander, that's done. Like I think the fact that we haven't heard anything, they haven't made a competitive offer. The reason they got Trevor Story last year so they can slide him over, play him at short. Like I think they're not in the shortstop market. Yeah. It's not worth it for them to play at the top of that. I think we're going to see Bogaerts. I mean, I think the Padres make some sense for him.
Yeah.
Of all of these guys, the one I want is Bogaerts.
Well, that's what I wanted to know because I would love to know your guys'
That's contract and everything all in. Like Xander comes out to 6 for 150 instead of Correa's potential $300 million or whatever it is.
That's the guy I want, and here's why. I think 36-year-old Xander Bogaerts looks like current Michael Brantley, where it's just the dude just hits.
Yeah.
And we forget that before Michael Brantley was what he is now, he was like an athletic outfielder who did all these other things, but he always hit, and he's kept hitting. And Bogaerts is the same thing. And I just can't envision him being bad at 36 in the same way like the worst version of Trey Turner is just Jacoby Ellsbury shortstop when he's 34.
I guess the thing is, Bogaerts at
Jacoby got lost.
yeah, there's a documentary. There's Bogaerts at shortstop. He just, I know the numbers don't like it. The eye test kind of hasn't loved
he's
it.
fine.
If someone signs Xander Bogaerts as the third baseman for that 6 for 150 or whatever it lands, I'm all in.
Yeah.
Like,
I just think being a Boris guy, he's gonna get a lot more than that. Like I sort of understand why he's projected for so much less than, but now we actually have a bar, right? We have 11 to 300. So now am I
what's
expecting
Correa
him to get
going to
300?
get now?
Well, that's the thing. And so the only advantage of Correa, we assumed Correa was going to get it last year. It was weird, lockout, whatever. He also
Correa's younger than Turner.
Correa is the youngest guy available. He also now doesn't have QO anymore. Doesn't have QO attached.
It's going to wait until Judge. This
Who
is what
are
I
the
think.
Dodgers signing?
So I think what
Correa.
it all starts with Judge.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because Judge
Correa
goes
just
back
know
to
about
Twins.
Judge, right?
You've heard of Aaron Judge. If Judge goes back to the Yankees, I think the Giants will pay for Correa. And if Judge goes to the Giants,
He likes
What do
the
you
signing.
care? You won't even notice.
Jimmy
if
liked the
Judge is back.
signing, it sounded like.
that's what I think.
I don't like that for the Giants.
Yeah.
No.
Why not? Why not? All right, nice. That was
They're like classy.
Ooh. Oh, I see what you're kind of saying.
Besides the Bond stuff, which whatever,
No,
but they have
That's not the right word. I mean, Correa's WWE.
Correa.
And
If
that's
the,
the
if the
That's
A's,
true.
if the
That's a
A's
good
were
point.
good, he'd be a good A on a good A's team. But like, he's not the Giants.
What about the Cubs?
Dansby.
I'm just talking about. I'm not talking about the fans. Everyone in the Bay.
No,
Area.
I know.
Giants
I'm
fans
saying
are
I'm talking about
classy. Beat people
Correa
up.
as in terms of fit. I thought about this a lot. I thought about this for Correa in terms of fit because you can plug in Turner, Swanson, Bogaerts for any team, any fan base. They'll all be like, awesome, cool, they're here, wonderful, we love it, right? But Correa comes with all this other stuff.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I think it's worth it. I don't think the front offices are that worried about it, but I do think it's interesting.
I don't think it matters at all. We talk about
like him
fit
for
and
the
culture
Cubs.
and whatever. This dude was on the Twins last year.
Right.
Yeah,
And it was great.
Well, no, they were awful.
Well, no, but he was great.
Yeah, he wasn't the
He
problem.
was good.
He was really good, and he seems
Sure.
to like it there. I think the Twins are going to do everything they can to keep him.
But remember when he seemed to like it there, and then on the last day of the season, he was like, I go shopping for nice purses, and everyone's like, hey.
He's like, I'm the product. You pay top dollar for me.
It was
I
powerful
can't.
stuff.
What do you want me to do? Go to Louis Vuitton in Minneapolis?
It was-
eh?
He didn't
It was-
like it
it
there.
was-
We all agree,
It was
right?
tough because he
didn't like-
just hooked all the Twins fans because they were like, damn, like for 158 games, Correa's kind of been all
Yes,
in.
but-
And then he was like, I'm
This
a Louis
guy's-
Vuitton.
This
To your
guy's
point.
pretty great. I like watching him play.
I think he liked being the guy. I mean, he
Yeah.
was the man, right? What he didn't like is that he was sitting on the couch on October 15th instead of in the ALCS. Like he was
He's
every
on the
other year of
worst
his
team in the
career.
worst division.
Yeah.
The what?
One of the
Whoa.
worst
Whoa.
teams in one of the worst divisions.
Thank you. I don't know how
man.
much Detroit Tigers baseball you watched this year, but
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Zero.
of teams that were supposed to have hope.
Yes. True.
can I ask you about the Yankees?
I have just some judge
We
stuff.
might hard cut.
Okay,
then.
hard cut. Okay.
Is there anything else? Like Dansby goes where?
Oh, yeah. I'm getting ahead of myself. Dansby goes where? I think the Cubs are certainly going to be in the mix there.
Ooh.
How do you say? Because the Red Sox have Story. They're going to slide him. They promised him. They're like play second
That's all.
for
That's
1
true.
year. You're going to
That's
short.
true.
We're getting rid of Xander.
Yeah.
Where else could he go?
God.
Let's think. Cardinals
have
are
a-
going to be a no. Padres.
No, I think the Cardinals
No.
make so much sense. Why don't they do it? Why don't the Cardinals do it?
Because they're going to win the division with like me and you
I
playing
know,
third base.
but they should.
I love that Dansby's going to get slightly less money than other guys, and it's going to be such a chip on his shoulder.
I know.
Oh yeah.
But
He's going to get like $100 million, and
Dansby's
he's going to be
good.
like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, Cubs make sense. Like to me, at this point, the Cubs
He'd be a
have
pretty
to get
Cub.
one of them.
He'd
Cubs
like-
have to get one.
The
of these
Cubs
guys.
feel like they have pretty players, and Dansby would fit
Him and
that.
Ian Happ would be like very good
And
beard
Nico Horner.
buddies and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
I imagine that there's an offer from the Braves on the table, and the Freeman thing last year does not help Dansby, in my opinion, because the Braves showed that they will walk away from the guy who matters to the team.
Right.
There is no
Yeah.
sentimentality
Same
at
agency,
all.
too.
Same agency. And so if I'm Anthopoulos, right, he's probably putting a well below value contract for Dansby, and it's like, hey, if you want to stay, this is the cut you're taking. If not, Vaughn Grisham's playing shortstop or Orlando Arcia is playing shortstop.
Right.
Have a great time in Chicago, right? And, like, Dansby has to play that game, which sucks for him.
Yeah, they're kind of like
It's ruthless, but that's why they're good.
the mob.
Yep.
The Braves?
Like, if
Yeah.
you don't take this offer, there's not a second one.
Yeah, but everyone wants to be in this mob.
Yeah.
Every
They're a
single
good mob.
player in
Good mob.
baseball
Good mob.
wants to be on the Braves, man.
It's a good family to be a part of.
Why do you think everyone's extending there?
The gun under the table.
Oh, yeah. Could be that. Hey, what do you guys think about
Allegedly.
Johnny Cueto?
Oh, let's just be careful.
Cueto, I'm going to love him on the Red Sox this year.
Ooh. Yeah, probably.
Him and Rich Hill.
Rich Hill going back.
Dude,
Kluber.
Kluber.
Anytime we
Greinke.
see a Red Sox fan, we're like, congrats on Kluber, Greinke, Hill.
Kluber's going to the
Greinke,
Orioles or
interesting.
the Red Sox. Are you excited about Kluber?
Kluber, I haven't thought about him at all.
He's on an AL East tour right now.
Interesting.
And he loves the big wall.
I'll bet against Toronto.
he loves the big wall.
Loves the big
Oh,
wall.
yeah.
He's a big fan. Well, he doesn't think it's going to benefit or hurt him at all. He just is interested in playing in front of it. He gets off on weird stuff.
He's like, that's radical.
Yeah, I've never played in front of such a big wall.
That is the biggest wall.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that
Let's
thing.
move it back and let's raise it up.
He wants left field to be a crapshoot. So it's Fenway or Camden, and he
Nothing else.
just wants to
No in
dive in.
between.
Yeah.
Houston,
Interesting.
he just wants it to be weird.
Houston's kind of like,
I could see him going to Houston.
He could go to the Polo Grounds.
They don't need. Oh,
pretty
yeah.
close.
Polo ground's
Yeah.
still open.
bring it back.
No, not open
Right?
anymore.
Yeah, bring it back.
What are we doing?
Oh, do you think it's time to get rid of
One game a
Fenway?
year?
Are
Are you on the record saying you want Fenway Park out?
Hashtag Fenway out.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like Wenger out.
Make that the first 5 seconds of the show.
Fenway out. No, they should keep Fenway. Here's a real
Fenway.
take I have.
Bogaerts
Honestly,
can go,
They should
but
keep the
Fenway-
Coliseum in Oakland. There should be one legitimately horrible, crappy baseball stadium in existence in the league at all times, so that we have
Tampa's gonna have that title.
we have
forever,
some
man.
comparison.
Yeah.
Because if everything looks like Nats Park,
Yeah.
City
Nice.
That's
Field,
true.
it's just it becomes monotonous. And I need one stadium to suck, and it should always be the A's. Keep them there and keep them in that stadium forever. I want
Maybe it's not
sewage.
the A's, though. Maybe it's like
We're going on A's Cast later. You're gonna say that? to
maybe
them?
it's like battle of like last place.
Ooh.
We're going on A's Cats.
They flex
It's some of the cats in the stadium.
like they
who
flex
interview us.
whoever's the worst team
Has to
out
play
of all
it,
30.
Yeah, has to play in Oakland.
They
Ooh,
flex
loser bowl.
Yeah, they flex the loser bowl to the Coliseum.
No, they just have to play in that city's football stadium for the year.
or like worst team like spring training is in like a public park. Like you don't get
There's no
like the real
privacy?
facilities or
Yeah.
privacy.
People are cutting in on drills.
Coliseum's pretty bad.
That's competitive balance
Really bad.
right there.
But
Yeah.
it's
A's
got
fans try
character.
to act like it's not, and I'm like, have you been to other places?
No, but it's bad good, dude. It's bad
No,
good.
It's not bad. It's only bad good
That sounds like a
because
Bay
the
Area
weather.
rap song.
The weather.
Is bad good. Is bad good.
Dude, he said dude at the end.
Dude.
Maybe.
Felt like
It
it,
is
in the
bad.
song.
It is bad.
It's bad good. It's
There's
worth
not a lot of
seeing.
good. The only good is the actual fans.
Yeah,
Like the
fans are
fans that
great.
show up are really good
yeah.
because and they let them go down to the center and like make that bowl environment. But other than
dude-
that, there's no view.
No.
I
It's
think
freezing. The seagulls attack you as soon as the sun goes down.
yeah, it's a tough place to play.
Yeah.
It's a home field advantage.
Yeah.
And there's so much foul territory.
If wasn't
Yeah,
there a
that
year?
part
Did the
sucks.
Yankees go play the wild card game there one year, or was that a
No, the A's came to.
A's game?
Yeah.
If you had to go play a wild card game in the Coliseum,
Verlander had to do that, right?
yes, the Rays. No, the Rays had to go
Rays.
play there.
Yeah.
That was the Yandy game.
Yeah.
Those
They
gotta
almost
get-
flexed that to an 8 a.m. start, MLB. They're like, we don't want anyone to see this.
We went on the Padres
brunch-
radio
the
show
brunch game.
earlier, and they were like, "Yeah, we could have a Padres Orioles World Series." And I was like, "Rob Manfred is not
Nah,
salivating over that."
that won't happen.
What's the worst possible World Series for Rob Manfred?
Rockies, Cleveland.
No, not Cleveland. Rockies, Rays.
Rockies, Rays.
The Rays still have
Yeah.
Rockies, Rays.
no appeal.
Oakland.
Yeah.
No,
No, it's
Oakland.
Rockies.
Oakland has more appeal than the Rays.
Expos.
Yeah, I think
They're
it's
not.
Rockies. Actually, I might argue Arizona even more than Colorado.
Shut
Don't
up.
do that to Jay.
Yeah. No, I'm in on. I'm a Snakes guy too.
It's our year.
Oh, we're
we?
dropping R.
We talking C.
I like how happy
Here's
that
the
made
problem.
you guys.
Is it the whole like
I'm racking my
NL
brain for worse matchups. I think Rays Rockies, like on a national level.
Yeah.
Nobody that does not watch, there's people that don't watch any regular season baseball,
Yeah.
but they just tune in for big events. you
Rays
know?
Rockies would be
There's no one.
no
you're
shot.
not unless there's some storyline of like
There need- and there
you'd
needs
have
to be an
search. There'd
individual
have to be like
player.
two brothers on both teams.
Yeah.
The Nolas.
The only
brothers.
way, but
Yeah.
also like
You know the Nolas are related?
I will say though
Only by
about Rockies
birth.
fans, that was a takeaway from All Star last year was like there are Rockies fans do exist, and I
Yeah.
know it's weird. Like, and I do feel bad, big time, because they're again the most rudderless franchise. But the other weird
But
thing
they
is
don't. outside of Rocky. You know what I mean? They
No,
don't have,
exactly.
There's no interest
exactly.
from
No, I
By
think
the
Rockies.
way,
I think Rockies.
A couple moons ago, they were on a nice path. It was Arenado and
Yeah.
Story and Blackman, and they were winning games.
They
and
didn't like that.
They
Yeah.
tied the Dodgers. And
I will say
there's a lot of pressure.
The Tony Walters game,
Love the Rocks.
beating the Cubs in that wildcard game is one of my favorite postseason victories of the last 10 years. That was especially like the Cubs.
Marlins Rays.
Ooh.
You kind of cut Florida off, and you're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. This isn't for me.
All the media people are driving across
my
the state.
Ooh, there's buses.
Quickly on the Rockies.
I don't think anyone in
I
like.
think Marlins Rays is a great
I don't think
one.
anyone in the other farther away regions from Florida is watching that.
Like,
Unless
you don't
they're-
think that's-
unless they're already baseball fans.
You don't think that's doing numbers in Pensacola?
No.
They should have like a
Like
if that
Texas doesn't
happens,
watch that.
No.
They should throw an impromptu
Yeah,
like
it's
music
Marlins
festival
Race.
in between. And
So
people
here's
can just like
here's my thought about the Rockies. Here's my Rockies
They might be
thought.
like, let's just play at the same stadium. There's no home field anyway. Like, no one's showing up.
I still feel like the D-back. I mean, I like the D-backs, but man, they're irrelevant too.
I'm
what's
telling
your
you,
boys'
dude.
deal?
Listen, talking snakes. Talking
Yeah.
snakes.
every day.
I can
Talking
say nice
snakes.
things about them. It's
That-
just not about the marketability.
The next thing that might happen is that Snakes outfield trade that
I
everyone's
know.
been rumoring.
That's been the number one thing. I'm just talking to Nick Pecora about it.
I
So
just
I'm
like
ready.
how they're into catcher outfielders. Some
Oh
team,
my God,
some
I
team
know.
had to
And
do
they
it.
traded one.
It's a great kink.
Yeah.
All right,
that's
go
the
follow
episode.
Cespedes Family BBQ, and then we're about to talk Yanks. I'm
Let's
probably
talk
talking
Yanks.
Yanks
Let's
in a
talk
minute.
Yanks. Talk Yanks.
Yeah. Ba-bam.
So quiet.
Ken Rosenthal said orgy. I can say kink.
Oh, yeah. Say whatever you want.
Did you
When did
hear
he
him
say
say
orgy?
orgy?
No.
You didn't see the video of
No.
him saying orgy?
No.
This account I follow called Talkin' Baseball tweeted out.
Block them. Super mid.
Not taking baseball. Who does this music?
Mikey
Mikey
Rotano.
Rotano.